What's going on, friends? This is Les McDaniel again, coming to you. Just wanted to chat with you a little bit, continue our conversation on positivity, affirmations, and those kinds of wonderful things that build us up, not tear us down. So today I've got a really interesting experiment that not I didn't do it, and maybe one of these days I will, just to try it out for myself. But I don't know if you guys have seen the really cool YouTube video of Dr. Emoto's water experiment. Dr. Emoto's idea is that if you take what happens when you take water and take that water and you put words and music and the names of people and you take those things and you place all this water into Petri dishes and you literally write on a piece of paper these names, some positive, some negative. You let the water listen to music, and who would have thought of that idea? But hey, he did, and it's pretty amazing what the results were. And what happens if you put the names of people who have been maybe the more negative in our world? And I think it was pretty fascinating to kind of look through and hear a little bit about this. Some of the words that he used that were positive were things like love and thank you and happiness and gratitude and soul. And what was amazing with these is that when he put these words on the Petri dishes, the most amazing thing occurred. And it was that these beautiful snowflakes, if you will, crystallized on the Petri dish and made this beautiful imagery that really looked very similar and kind of descriptive of things that, like, for example, soul. It looked like something out of the Catholic Church. It could have been put up as a beautiful painting on a wall. Or things like love. They had this like 6 star fingerlings coming off of it, and the beautiful look of a snowflake. Something very beautiful and crystal white, beautiful. But then it was crazy what happened when they would take words like demon and anger, and they'd put names like Adolf Hitler onto this Petri dish of water. What happened was this nasty gunk. It looked more like tar rather than water. There was nothing beautiful about it. It really looked like something almost coming out of from a scene of Hollywood where it's talking about hell. I mean, it was really, really awful. And then in another experiment, he played music like Beethoven and Amazing Grace. And in those same kinds of ways, it produced other beautiful results. And then he put things like hard rock. And he played that for the water. And while it didn't go completely gross, because hey, the water may have some good taste, it ultimately did distort it quite a bit. He did one more experiment that I thought was also pretty cool and kind of strange at the same time, but he took 3 beakers and he put rice in them and he poured water into them, and each one of them he would walk up to and he would say, "Thank you." And they're all sitting right next to each other. And then the middle one he said, "You're an idiot." And the third one he completely ignored. And what happened is that on the 5th and 10th days, the first beaker was still white as can be and began to ferment and give off a wonderful aroma. The middle one, on the other hand, turned black and began to mold. And the third one that was ignored this whole time sat there and just began to rot. And so when you think about our bodies and the composition of our bodies being up to 60% water, it's pretty amazing to think that when we sit and wake up in the morning and the first things out of our mouths are things like, "Oh, here we go again. Another day of being me." Or you look in the mirror and you're looking at yourself and you're like, "Man, you are so fat. I can't stand you." Or you have this nasty feeling, or you're sick, or you've got chronic pain and you just beat yourself up once again with this, "Oh, I just can't even begin to live into this anymore." There's no wonder that at a cellular level, the energy that we have just decreases. And it's like that water that becomes black tar. We feel like sludge. And then there's the other side of that, which is where we wake up and we begin to give ourselves affirmations, even if we don't necessarily mean them per se, but we give it energy and we give it life. And all of a sudden what we find is that this beautiful thing occurs within us. and we actually find ourselves energetic. And studies have shown that literally just a posture of putting your hands on your waist in a superhero's position and standing tall and even maybe raising an eyebrow a little bit and speaking and pronouncing good things and powerful things into your life, it is proven to change your demeanor immediately. For example, try laughing right now. Just make yourself laugh, and then try to make yourself feel like you don't have any kind of energy. It's a beautiful thing that we can do with our words. And the question I think I have for you today is, are you doing something with your words to improve your life and improve the life of those around you? Or are you a hater of yourself and a hater of others, who is going everywhere that you go, you are essentially dumping black tar on the lives of other people? I know where I want to be, and I know what I want to be for you. So let's work together on making sure that we can continue to impact this world in a positive way. I got your back. I hope you got mine. This is Les McDaniel, and I want to ask you one more thing. If you would, please subscribe, and please like, and please, most of all, share with someone else so that we can impact the world together and create this a better place for us all to live, and a legacy to leave behind at that. Take it easy, folks. Peace.